from Los Angeles. We're just waiting for it. I'm Jenny Tad with Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp. Good morning, guys.
Hi, Jenny. How are you?
I'm good.
I don't have much to say today except, how about them Cowboys?
The Giants.
How about that Dak Prescott?
The Giants, Skip, really?
Shannon, he can't throw, and he probably made you throw up yesterday.
Really, Skip?
Really? The Giants.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
I had a feeling we were going to come in yesterday. We had so much to get to over the weekend.
I've been trying to tell you. He's going to make you eat crows Monday after NFL Monday after NFL Monday, and I feel sorry for you.
Okay.
Because I love you, man.
One game. One game. This is where we are. One game. Remember now, one game.
It was the game.
No, it wasn't.
Whew.
No, it wasn't.
I'm going to break this table before this year is over.
I'm a little bit worried about it.
Either that or my hand.
Sure. We have so much to get to today. I promise we will dive deep into the Cowboys. And yes, it was a near perfect game for this guy, Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
We will talk about it, but first we got to start with Tom Brady and the Patriots, the reigning Super Bowl champions, continued right where they left off last season. Brady showed no signs of aging with over 300 yards passing, 3 touchdowns in the 33-3 win over the Steelers. All of this without newly signed All-Pro wide receiver Antonio Brown. Brady apparently said he'd maybe stay at his house until he gets comfortable with his new team. After the game, Brady spoke more on getting his new teammate up to speed. Take a listen.
I think, like anything else, whether it was Josh last year or Phillip when he got here a few years ago late, and then, this year Antonio, how much can you learn and process and get in here, and we're all going to work hard and try to get up to speed as fast as possible. But we haven't had a training camp together or that, so it's, you got to force a lot of information, and, we're all excited to have him, and all I could say is we're just going to work as hard as we possibly can to get up to speed as quickly as possible.
All right, Shannon, will Antonio Brown make the Patriots better or worse?
Skip, I go back and forth with this because you're talking about one of the most selfish players that I've ever, in all my association with the NFL since 1990.
You have been on the record from the start with this. You've never seen anything quite like this.
No, nothing.
Yeah.
One of the most selfish, if not the most selfish player that I've ever encountered, been around, watched, followed, studied. The question is, can Antonio Brown, one of the most selfish players, go into an organization where it requires you to be selfless? It's not about you. It's about the team. Antonio Brown, Skip, and through this run, he's had 6 straight seasons in which he's caught 100 straight passes. He's averaging 171 targets per season over that span. Only 3 games has Antonio Brown caught 5 or fewer passes. Only 1 game which he was targeted fewer than 5 times. Only 1 game in 6 years where Antonio Brown had fewer targets than 5. He's going to a situation, Skip, is that I don't really know what the Patriots offense is. It is a chameleon. The defense dictate what you're going to see that particular day. Tom Brady might throw for 400 one week and then come back the next week and throw for 180 because they run for 275.
Yep.
Who they have at the skill position does not dictate what they call on a given Sunday.
Nope.
What the defense can stop will dictate what they call. So how's Antonio Brown going to behave, Skip? Because if you look at the game last night, I hope I got the sheet. Yeah, got it right here. You look at the targets. Edelman had 11. James White had 7. Burke had 8. Basically, the receivers, Dorsett 4, Gordon 4, Myers 1.
Sure.
How does he fit into that, Skip Bayless?
I don't know.
He can make them better, Skip, just by his presence because he is the great man-to-man. He can beat man coverage. So now, how do we slide coverage, Skip? How do we dictate? But I don't trust that he's going to be Antonio. Everybody said, well, he's going there, Skip. The Raiders bent over backwards. They did everything they possibly could to accommodate Antonio Brown. Even with the helmet situation, Skip, he couldn't practice. And they was like, okay, you're going to try to let you get this resolved. He had his first hearing. They thought it was done. Still, that wasn't enough. So I don't really know what else the Raiders could have done to make Antonio Brown feel happy.
Nothing.
For me, Skip, and everybody, well, he won. No, you didn't win, Jenny.
No.
How do you win, Skip, if you get $10 million when you had an opportunity just to behave for another 2 days and get $30 million?
$30 million.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
I don't get that either. Skip, I don't trust him. I believe at some point in time, Antonio Brown will be Antonio Brown, and Coach Belichick is going to have to send him on his way. That's just who he is. I do not trust him. And if someone says, okay, Shannon, You got to take your money and you got to bet he's going to behave or he's going to not behave and he'll be moving along. If I got to bet my money, I'm going to bet that he will misbehave because he's going to get upset that he's not getting enough targets, enough catches. And everybody's like, well, he has a chance to win a ring. So what? So he didn't think he had a chance to win a ring in Pittsburgh?
Yeah. Good point.
Skip, I'm just so over. I don't have a problem with him getting a second chance, a third chance. Get as many chances they'll give you because we've seen guys, Skip, do far more worse things off the field. We've seen guys get DUI, kill somebody, and get job. We've seen guys be accused of abuse, domestic violence, and get another chance. So I got no problem with him getting a second chance. But the way he behaved in order to do this is just, I'm done with this situation. But to answer your question, Skip, I don't believe it. I believe that at some point in time, they're going to be worse off and say, this was a bad decision for us, and we're going to move on.
America, that was a mouthful from the Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp. And I'm going to take what you said to my bank because after what I saw last night, Pittsburgh got dismantled by New England.
They did.
I'm not sure I've ever seen New England's football team play a better overall game in any big regular season game than I saw last night.
Right.
So given that, there's only one man that can stop New England this year, and that's that man, number 84, Antonio Brown. Of course, he could also make them 19-0 invincible, right?
Yes.
Good. He could be the most lethal weapon Tom Brady has had since Randy Moss.
Yeah, no question about that.
But Randy Moss came there to win a ring, and Randy Moss had already shown you in Minnesota that he was highly capable of helping a team win because they came within a botched, missed field goal of playing you in the Super Bowl. And I told you, I thought Chris Carter's team with Randy Moss would have had a little edge over your team. It would have been a better game than Atlanta gave you in the Super Bowl. But the point is, this is all I know for sure. This will be the all-time greatest test of the Belichick-Brady system. And I will, of course, I picked the Patriots before I knew AB was going to the Patriots to win the Super Bowl. So I'm going to be pleasantly surprised if AB turns into a model citizen and a quiet cog in the system and a winning football player. I have my doubts. The biggest shock to me was that Belichick gave him $10 million guaranteed, which was a bad sign to me because I thought after what happened in Oakland that Antonio would have to sort of grovel to go to New England and go for minimum, right? I thought that's what would happen. And of course, Belichick reportedly offered a first-round pick for him when he looked like he was available in Pittsburgh in the first place. But still, to give him $10 million guaranteed, and then did you see what he posted on Instagram yesterday? He posted the Patriot way with Antonio, just a caricature of him sitting on a pile of cash. The Patriot and business is booming, obviously. Really?
Figure the right way left off.
What do you think Bill Belichick thought of that yesterday? Seriously. And he posted another picture on Instagram of him saying, "My ride is here." It's just caricature. He's got quite a team on his social media, right? He said, "My ride is here," with a picture of a bus with Belichick in a hoodie in the first row, kind of scowling, like, okay, I'm ready to go play for that guy. No, yeah? I don't know. So what I saw last night was a team that does not need Antonio Brown to win its third Super Bowl in 4 years. And what is it, his fourth and sixth? It would be their...
Be the Steelers of the 70s.
Yeah, to be the Steelers of the 70s. And to me, I've never seen Tom Brady play better than he played last night with what I thought was going to be some limitation of his weapons, right? Did Julian Edelman look old to you last night?
No.
He looked as quick as ever at age 33 in his 10th season.
Philip Dorsett thought of as being a bust in Philly. I'm not Philly, in Indy. Now all of a sudden, he's one of Tom Brady's favorites.
I'm glad you brought him up because he was the one guy who hasn't been able to quite fit in or find his place. You realize he timed 4.33 coming out of the U before he got drafted. He was a second-round pick. And AB timed 4.47. So in 40 yards, just straight ahead running, Philip Dorsett is faster than Antonio Brown. And he's not quicker because Antonio can come out of his cuts like lightning.
And that's what separates him.
He literally separates by separating, right? So the point is, that last pass, if we could see it to Dorsett, the last touchdown pass, that was a stunner to me because that was Brady saying, wait a second, I found a wavelength with Philip Dorsett because he ran right by everybody and he caught it right on time, great throw. And I said, well, there's your deep threat. So again, do you really need AB?
No.
Well, you don't. If you could blend him in, would it take you up a level? Yeah, if he's on his best behavior.
Right.
What are the odds? So I'm with you. My conclusion to this is I'm less confident about my Super Bowl pick now than I was 3 days ago for last Friday.
Right.
It's crazy to think.
Yeah, but it's true. I'm less confident right now because I saw a team, and again, I thought, I've been telling you for 3 months, and I'm the first to admit I was happily wrong about this. I thought Pittsburgh was going to go in there and try to make a statement.